Hello and welcome, this is Gunner, and we're back with some more of the total conversion mod of Stellaris, Star Trek New Horizons. We just had a positive Mars terraforming event that has made Mars a little bit better, increasing the size of the planet, so that is very good for us. And also getting it more habitable. And we have a series of events that are going on in Vulcan space that deal with an embassy bombing and some intrigue surrounding that, so we'll have to see how that progresses, but let's continue. And I'm also keeping an eye on the Enterprise, which is just going around to all these different stars that the Vulcans had charted, just to see if there's any habitable worlds in them. So far, Epsilon Orandi is the only one. The Forge, Desmond Tribute III, has experienced a number of visions following the attack of the Sirenite base. Learning that Siren carried the Atra, or soul of Surak, now transferred to herself, the mental toll is heavy. How reveals the underpinning of the Sirenite faith is that Urshara, an ancient artifact said to contain the complete writings of Surak, thought lost to time. With the Kasura, Japao argues that they can prove the Sirenites' peaceful ways to the Vulcan High Command. Jessamine Tribute III offers her help to locate the artifact. Okay. I'm not sure if I'm that familiar with this event chain or not. I'm not sure if this is something that happened in Enterprise or Next Generation or what. We'll have to see. Urshara. With the Katra of Surak and her mind, Jasmine Tribute III is able to locate the underground monastery where the Urshara has been kept safe for centuries. Small elongated pyramid with Vulcan writing alongside its faces. The Urshara shows evidence of containing advanced storage and display technology. Pao argues that the only logical course of action now is to present the Urshara to the Council of Ministers and argue their innocence. Judgment Tribute III instead suggests that perhaps the Urshara would be safer off-world, arguing they should locate a shuttle and return to her ship in orbit. Okay, so we've got that one, or we've got that one. Well, you know, honestly, this could go one of two ways. If we end up taking it to the Vulcan High Command, maybe that would be a positive thing, but it's also possible that they would destroy it, because it seems like they may not be favorable to this particular Sirenite movement. So that is a possibility. But it could bring positive change to Vulcan, so, you know, maybe that's the good move. If we take it to Earth, it's possible the Vulcans will get pissed at us, and it will cause a diplomatic incident. So it would save it if the Vulcan High Command is going to destroy it, but again, there's that chance for a diplomatic incident. Well, honestly, I'm going to go with this one because it could benefit the Vulcans. Maybe it will change them to a different path, perhaps. Let's try it.
Construction complete.
Okay. You're done with your construction. We're doing okay for energy production, so we can might as well do this. I'm very curious where this event tree is going to go, though. Okay. Andorians are definitely liking us more. We can invite them to a coalition if we wanted to. The problem is I don't know if we can get both the Vulcans and the Andorians into a coalition together because they're rivals of each other. So I'm not going to do that just yet. Mars Development Project. It's raining on Mars. Of course, the first drops lands undocumented, many kilometers from the nearest human being. Everyone can walk around freely and unaided on the surface, but the population is still in the low millions and has not yet spread to every corner of the planet. Vast weather monitoring system, of course, is carefully tuned to keep track of violent storms and a gentle summer drizzle. Today, it is raining on Mars. and it will not be the last time. Okay. We have made the desert bloom. Let's take a look at that. Okay, no change to habitability or any other noticeable impact that I've seen. It could be something that I'm just not noticing, but we'll have to see. Where do we want this population to go? I say we have it go, like, you know, mining minerals, perhaps. Alright. How are things going on Earth? Alright, this is almost built. It's going to take 19 days. How much longer for this? Alright, let's just go ahead and put this population point there, because I assume it's going to happen soon. Alright, still waiting to see what happens with the Vulcans.
Construction complete.
Level up there. Yeah, so that's that. So those did pop out about the same time. Cool. She's still... Ah, here we go. The journey from Vulcan's Forge to the capital is long and arduous, but Jasmine Tribute III and T'Pau eventually arrive at the city outskirts. Finding shelter with a Serenite sympathizer, the pair carefully plan their next move, confront the council with the Urshara, and demonstrate their innocence. Alright. Yeah, I think this is a good move. Because otherwise the Serenites would be fugitives. Oh, I missed if there was any habitable worlds here. I think that was a new location. Their plan is success. T'Pau and Jasmine Tribute III have infiltrated the council chambers of the Vulcan High Command and forced those present to bear witness to the Kirishara and the Serenites' claims of innocence. While many were awed by the presence of the Kirishara, administration T'Pau reacted with uncharacteristic anger and attempted to destroy the artifact and kill T'Pau and Jasmine Tribute III in the process. Interesting. Tempted. United Earth investigator Jasmine Tribute III, tasked with uncovering the truth of the embassy bombing on Vulcan, has been instrumental in revealing the innocence of the Serenite movement to Vulcan authorities and reclaiming the Kirishara artifact containing the complete writings of Surak. How the Vulcan people absorb and deal with this information now is hard to gauge, but Jasmine Tribute III has completed her task and will be returning to service. Okay. First off, how has that affected our relations? Let's continue to look. Human-Vulcan friendship, I think that's typical. I'm not noticing anything related to that. So, well, she's available. According to that event, she's available. I don't actually see her. Oh, hello. Their color changed. There she is.
Affirmative.
Alright. Let's send her on a mission. We happen to know that this has a habitable world, and this definitely has one as well. We don't know about the supernova, but it's unlikely. Let's go ahead and take her ship. The question is, do we have her ship be upgraded with the better engines? It will take a while to get there, but eventually her ship will be more effective. Oh, cool. So she does keep that. Well, as I said, we could go here. We could go up there. Let's upgrade. I want to see what just happened. Confederacy of Surak. Okay, so they have changed, and they like me a lot now. Or are they no longer rivals? They're not. That's actually fantastic. So they're now pacifists like we are. They're also spiritualists. So we have just shaped the development of the Vulcans. We have a big bonus. I want to see where it's coming from. We still have the Pajem thing. It could just be that the difference in their characteristics, they're no longer militarists, so they are sharing pacifistic with us. I think now is fine time to do a coalition because they're not rivals with each other. I think they'll be able to do it. So Let's approach the Andorians first, because they are the ones that like us the least. And then we'll approach the Vulcans later, and we'll see if they'll join. So invite to coalition. I'm not sure if it's going to allow us to name it. Coalition, you say? Let us discuss this in earnest. So this is going to hurt my influence quite a bit. But I think if we get the Vulcans in it too, it may just be a flat influence each month. We'll have to see. I mean, if I go negative, that would be bad. But I think it overrides the defensive packs. I think. I'm not positive on that. I guess we'll find out. All right. Let's confirm. Let's see if it takes. But yeah, that's a very interesting event change. Okay, human reformation. All right, cool. All right, so this is a follow-up. With the revelation to the Vulcan public of the Kirshara and the collected teachings of Surak, the minority Cyrenite movement is shown to be an accurate representation of Surak's beliefs. As the new reality is absorbed, Cyrenites old and new sweep into power, reflecting the broader changes to Vulcan culture that are about to take place. The Vulcan High Command will be reformed into the Confederacy of Surak, so we already knew that.
A coalition has been formed.
Okay, after successfully translating their language, we have established communications with the Tellarite technocracy. Diplomatic channels are now open and all hostilities have been terminated. Okay, excellent. We'll go with this one. Okay. See them on the map. Let's see. Okay, they seem to like me all right. Now... Okay. Now let's communicate with them. They will not invite the coalition. Relative power of empires. -3. Alright, well that's unfortunate. Maybe I should have gone the other way. But hey, we got the Andorians on our side. That's a step in the right direction, I think. It looks like we've changed to the same color. We're the Bright League. I really hope we can rename that. And we can, okay. I'll think of something eventually. So we start out as the president because I think we formed it. No, yeah, because this is next president here. Well, unfortunately, we cannot add the Vulcans. I think it's because the Vulcans are more powerful than the two of us are. So maybe I should have approached the Vulcans first. I didn't realize that, but that's okay. We've got the Andorians on our side, so we'll eventually get the Vulcans. That's our plan anyway. Maybe by increasing our our respective powers levels, we'll eventually get the Vulcans on our side. Okay, so yeah, you're doing your thing. You're also upgrading your ship. Alright, so I missed if there was anything over in this star system as far as habitable. Nothing here. So far, all the Enterprise has found is a habitable world here, and we know there's one here because the Vulcans are there. Alright, let's go ahead and continue here. That was, yeah, that was a cool event chain. I like that one. Oh, our fleet size is capped out, so we're going to want to do something about that in the near future. But I think surveying here is going to be my next priority, and then surveying here. I may continue up this way. Just, you know, to survey things that... Oh, you know what? We should... I don't know if we already have information. I guess we do, because we wouldn't otherwise know about these other things. So we know that there is a habitable world over here. Class L, so I'm going to assume that's not quite as good as we'd like. Class M. The problem is this is so far away, I'm not sure that we would be able to do anything with that just yet. I'm also curious, because we're the same color, can we colonize things inside Andorian space? Oh yeah, this is Yeah, the Bright League. Okay, mining station construction ship. Only has one more thing to build. Maybe this research station up here. Then we've got some things to build over here. Our Alpha Centauri colony is almost established. So that's good. Oh, we found something over here. What level of... It is Terra Nova. It is a Class M, so that is good. So I have to keep a mental note. This area and that area have habitable worlds. I missed this one. I maybe it was there. But unfortunately, I thought to look just as the Enterprise had warped out. All right. So that is going to probably be a high priority because it's going to be a nice habitable world for us. But I'm going to keep an eye.
Research complete.
The Vulcans, how much they like me is dropping off very fast. So we'll have to see about that. Okay. We have traditions available. We also have new technology. So we have new torpedo technology. Let's see what else we can get. Deep Space Dry Dock. Facilities to repair and refit ships within our stations. Okay. So a bunch of components. And then we've got propulsion design. Next stage thruster. This tech allows you to choose between two specialization paths and obtain your next stage thruster. Okay, an archaic engine design, retooled to act as supplement to the main engine. A high energy density, solid state fuel source is burnt at a high temperature, producing a hot gas under pressure. So these sound like is this our sublight propulsion? Yeah, I'm not sure if it is or not. Well, honestly, all three of these can be good, but I'm curious exactly what this does. I'm not 100% certain. It could just be next stage thruster. That's intriguing, so I'm gonna go with that. Maybe I'll get our some impulse drive or something like that. All right, how are we doing on Mars over here? I may end up having to go with the food production here. Matter of fact, go ahead and do that. Because we're going to have a new colony online fairly soon. And without that food production, we'll probably be in trouble. We have enough energy production at the moment that we'll be all right. And once the Mars project is done, I think we'll be better off. So... okay. Well, that is unfortunate. I definitely should have done the Vulcans first, but... I can't be too upset because that did go a very positive direction. We're still friends with the Vulcans. And maybe eventually, I mean, at least it's a little bit more possible, I think, than it would have been before. Oh, you know what? I don't think we have any of our other or previous arrangements now. Like, I don't think we have the defensive pact anymore because we've jumped into this coalition. So the only way that we could have them be in that is by to get them into the coalition as well. So we'll have to see. Oh, I see. So the trust jumped down. That's the difference. Because we joined a coalition, we lost a defensive pact, which lowered the cap of how high our trust could go. So that's why they don't like us as much as they used to. Okay. Good to know. Let's take a look at the Tellarites. So they'd agree to a migration treaty. I see no reason why not to, because we can get them liking us as well. Maybe we can get them into a coalition. So, I mean, this is kind of the route we're going to end up going, is just diplomacy-based. We also have this. We have Discovery. Biology lab module for science vessels, and the stasis pod module for your colony ships. I still haven't figured out how the module system works. Department of Cartography. Okay, so this gives us an anomaly discovery chance increased by 15% and anomaly fail risk reduced by 10%. Well, that sounds pretty good. We also have a diplomacy we could go down. So, way to defeat your enemies is to make them your friends. Adopting effect. Adopting this first stage of diplomacy tradition tree will reduce your diplomatic influence cost by minus 25%. That could be good because we're already eating some diplomatic influence costs. Alright, let's look at some other things. Adopting the first stage of diplomacy tradition tree, okay, we already know that. Adopting the diplomacy tree traditions increases the trust cap by plus 25. In addition, we will unlock one ascension perk slot. So if we finish that. What else we got here? On a defensive war with another empire, ship build speed, no. Trade agreements, increased by 33%. Also allows us to proclaim the interstellar cultural exchange country edict and that, okay. Okay. This sounds like coalitions aid us. Amount we contribute towards the Federation naval capacity counts for twice as much. The diplomacy could really help us here. And honestly, but this gives us a research bonus. So I almost feel like we should go down this track. Okay, you colonize up to a maximum of 30. So colonizing more planets is good. Okay. Survey speed increased by 10%, and science ship combat evasion increased by 30. I'm very tempted to go diplomacy though, just because of the influence cost reduction. And then we could eventually get things like this, which give us higher trust growth, which may allow us to get the Vulcans or the Tellarites into our coalition. And maybe if we can get the Tellarites into our coalition, we can get the Vulcans in, because our coalition would be slightly more strong. So that could be a good path. I'm going to go with diplomacy. Because right now, that's what I'm concerned about the most, is getting other empires into our fold. Alright, well, in any case, I think this is a good point to go ahead and put a cut in the video, so I hope you guys have enjoyed. This is Mouse Gunner, signing out.